One, two, three. Alright, hello everyone. Konsky Plays here, and I'm just going to make a quick rant video on a couple things. Alright, now all of this is opinionated, and there is very little facts. So I just want to say that again. This is opinionated in how I feel about these next couple topics. Now with that in mind, I'm going to start with privacy rights. Or not privacy rights, copyright. Copyright is rather finicky with how it works. It seems to have a variety of effects depending on a bunch of different factors that I don't know about. An example being, I know someone that had copyright on their video and it was just demonetized. Someone else got copyright on their video and all of a sudden it's banned in like 100 or a lot of countries. It's very confusing, and I don't understand it yet. But I do know that it's, how do I put this? It's helpful, but it's not helpful. That's a good way of putting it. It's helpful to the artists because it prevents their songs from not gaining revenue, or it prevents someone else from gaining revenue off of their songs. Which is, it sounds like a good thing at first. But then again, this also hampers a bunch of YouTubers who may not even be monetized, like myself. I'm not monetized. And really what it can happen is, like, I can get copyrighted for, like, say a song I throw in an intro or whatever, and it can get banned in a couple of countries. Now, which kind of sucks because, like, some of those countries may be large countries that have my view base, like Canada and USA. But also for big YouTubers, it's kind of a pain because they have to be very careful with copyright. It's either they have to have a copyright claim settled, and they have to do a whole bunch of stuff that I don't even know about. That, or they have to be very careful in editing, and they just have to, like, not put in the copyright song because they have to use royalty-free music, which can take a lot of work because royalty-free music usually isn't the most common thing to find. And it's also a big pain because you have to find a song that you like, look up if it's copyrighted or not. If it's copyrighted, well, you gotta go find another tune that fits, and stuff like that. So it's really just a large pain for YouTubers, but it's a big help to the artists that create these copyrighted songs. And again, this is opinionated. There's very little facts in here besides of, like, what happens during copyright. There's very little facts around this. Now, the other topic I kind of wanted to talk about is online privacy rights involving law. So, an example being, say a teenager is getting tried for drug dealing, say, and the police find evidence of this in, like, his personal messages to whoever he's selling it to. Now, a lot of people believe that this is an invasion of their privacy rights because, like, well, it's online. This is my personal messages. You should have no right to look in it. Which is true to an extent. Rights are meant to be there for equality. But if it's something involved breaking the law, and the police have a search warrant. Now, a search warrant is essentially kind of what allows the police to bypass someone's right to privacy. Because what it allows to do is it allows them to search their personal belongings, but only in very specific areas for very specific things. So say if a police search warrant say the police got a warrant to search his personal messages for confirmation that he was selling drugs to such and such a person. So they're allowed to, however they do it, they're allowed to go through their messages and look only for specifically that. They can bring up nothing else that they find. So they can't bring up, like if they're searching for like the current drug deal, they couldn't bring up a drug deal that happened a year ago, 2 months ago, whatever. They cannot bring that up because it is not specified. They can only bring up what they are specified to search for, which would be the current case. And like with that said, it's very fair. I believe it is fair. I believe it is fair. And I'm going to stress that again. I believe it is fair. Now, I don't want people to go running and now, like, I know a lot of people are saying, well, this and this and this, and, well, it's our privacy rights, but what about everything else? Well, they can do it with our homes, but how come they can do that with our emails? I believe that if you put something on the internet and you believe that it should not be seen, then I believe you are not the brightest person. If you put it on the internet, it will be there forever. There's no way to get rid of it, and you've made the mistake of putting it on there for others to see. So really, that's my short little rant. I don't really have much else to say. I just know these couple things about copyright and privacy laws, but like none of this is meant to be taken extremely seriously. These are opinions from stuff that I've gathered. And I don't want anyone to... No, then never mind that. I just kind of want to bring up these 2 points because I just heard a couple things here and there about it, and I just felt like I should say something about it. So anyway, that's going to be the end of this video, and I do hope you enjoyed our little rant together, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.